We meet again. Well, there you are. Charlie Greer podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to support the podcast, it's in the description. Another rainy day. So if you guys hear like thunder and lightning, because it's thunder and lightning. It's every day there's rain. I've been here 4 months. There's some kind of snow, rain. It's June, man. It seems like it's so dark out and gloomy. I don't remember weather being this. I used to live around here. I moved back to the Midwest, and look how it looks like it's at night. It's like June. It's halfway near June. I mean, I get June gloom, but so today, conspiracy theories. Maybe that's a conspiracy. The weather. What are they? Or global warming, or the change. The Earth is. I don't know. Shifted its axis. I mean, the term conspiracy theory was actually coined by the CIA to deflect from the JFK, people trying to figure out, who shot JFK. Because that's just a shit show that if you go down that rabbit hole, I mean, obviously, they had in the 70s, they had the Senate committee on this, whatever. They even claimed, well, yeah, there probably was a conspiracy. Then they didn't do anything. Like, do. But yeah, they, again, most people don't believe. They're told what to believe. And they're also the first people to be like, no, I'm not. I would never be fooled. They never think they would be. But conspiracy theory, they come true. There are some crazy ones that, But what I do is use my gut, my intuition. Like some of them, it's like, wait a minute, I don't know, but there's something up because I can feel it. We all are like rods of truth. You just want to bury it down, and I'll listen to the news. They'll tell me what I need to know, what I should believe. But yeah, conspiracy theories, man. Conspiracy theory term was coined by the CIA to deflect from the JFK investigators or whatever. He's crazy. He's conspiracy theory. And that's what they'll do. They call you conspiracy. You're a conspiracy that you just look like you're stupid. You're crazy. A lot of this stuff, have a lot of this stuff has come true, though. A lot of it people know. They hide shit from the public. UFOs. People are like, oh, they don't exist. I've seen weird shit in the sky over and over and over again. Even in LA, I saw like this big shiny ball out up on the San Gabriel, like jibbering and gone. I was driving. I was like, what the fuck? Looked like a metal marble or something, metal ball, shiny, and it had to be huge because it was the mountain. It looks like it's close. It isn't, and something to be that big against the mountain. Again, it's hard to tell the distance. There's really nothing to gauge. It's in the sky and there's a mountain. It looked huge. And that was right before I moved back to the Midwest. I actually pulled up other people saw it too. Yeah, or Bigfoot, or, Again, on every Native American totem pole, there's a picture of a Bigfoot, and they Sasquatch, and they believe, but it does. Like, hey, no, we've been living here for a long time before y'all even got here. There's something out. No. And there's a bunch of faking Bigfoot, it's stupid. But the moon landing, did we go to the moon? Don't you think they'd be going back to the moon? I'm not a flat earther, something ain't right, man. After they went to the moon and stuff, they discovered the Van Allen belt around the Earth. It says like radiation. It's basically like you're getting microwave if you went through it. Like nothing can go through this thing, basically. Don't you think there'd be a Starbucks up there or a bed and breakfast already? Something's not right. And honestly, I thought that the moon landing being fake was okay. I thought it was the dumbest shit. When I was a kid growing up in Tennessee, a little small town, They're old dudes, these old guys, World War II, whatever. And these kind of poor people, I mean, redneck, hillbilly. And I would be out fishing or doing something and talking, and they would say, "Oh yeah, they paid us to. The reason they came here because nobody it was they wouldn't believe a hillbilly. And we did it in Burbank, California." I was just like, "This dude's nuts, man. He's crazy." Look at my dad. We like laugh, and then you get a little. I think it was around 2007, 2008. I happened to be around these kind of powerful people, just kind of eavesdropping, and that's what they were talking about. They literally were like dead serious about Stanley Kubrick faking the moon landing. Like, and I spoke. I was like, "What? Like, yeah, man. What the? Everybody knows that's in the know." I was like, "Moon landing fake? What are you talking?" But then if you go down that rabbit hole, it's just, hope you got a few hours. Good at a bit. I don't know. Paul is dead. The Paul McCartney, he died in 1966. They replaced him with I thought that was the dumbest fucking shit I'd ever heard until, again, around 2010, maybe. I was hanging around, doing band stuff, and these dudes were dead serious about that he had been replaced. They were claiming multiple times, like they replaced his replacement. And I kind of looked, and there's some strange shit, again, that's how again, I'm not saying it's true, but if you take a little bit of truth and they could, there is some strange stuff about all this shit I mentioned. Ghosts, I've seen ghosts, I've seen whatever they are, Again, like, Huxley talked about the doors of perception, when they're open, you'll see, And I've been in groups of people that some of us saw it, some of us didn't. I mean, I didn't see anything. I saw it. The trippiest ghost story that I lived in St. Louis at the time, and my girlfriend at the time, she came to visit. We were she's staying with me, and we ordered some food. Long story short, I got like food poisoning. And I was on the couch, and then we went to bed, and I got sick. But I wear I used to have this old Doors T-shirt with like Jim Morrison on it. It was all haggard, and I had like sweatpants on. And I got up that night. I went to the bathroom, and I was like throwing up. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I went to the doorway, and I kind of had my arm up. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And she got up to help me. So the next day, I'm laying on the couch all day, just kind of stomach, food poisoning. And I get up to go to bed, and before I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I go to turn. When I go into the doorway of my bathroom, it looked like a hologram. It kind of was glowing like whitish blue. It was me standing there with my hand. I could see the door shirt I had on. And by the time you're walking, I'm turning. By the time I saw it, it just happened like in a nanosecond. I walked through it because I didn't have time to stop, and I could feel like it gave me goosebumps, or maybe I got goosebumps because I was seeing something. I don't know. Then I was in the bathroom in the dark, and I was like, "Oh God!" I turned around, it wasn't there, and like a ghost. I saw a ghost of me. I saw my own ghost. What the fuck is it? Now, granted, I was sick, and come on, here's my dog. Come on, here we go. Here we go. How you doing? It's gonna be okay. Yeah, she's scared of the rain and the thunder, and it's raining. And you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be fine. So actually, I started looking up. I was, this is before the internet, so I was like reading books at the library or whatever, and like, supposedly, like, if there's zinc content, places with zinc and certain limestones or whatever, that's where most people see this. In this book I read, it was like it's not a ghost, it's just like this kind of reoccurring, but they use the same kind of concentrated zinc chips and cameras to record. I don't know. So maybe I just saw like I was sick. I put off some kind of energy. It was who knows? But I saw it. I mean, I was wearing that door. That's what tripped me out. It's like, that's me. I mean, I've heard all kinds of crazy, even from like my A lot of times people be like, oh no, and then you get them alone, they tell you all this crazy shit. But conspiracy theories sometimes come true, you know. There's like, well, doggone it, we were rusty. I was going to play dumb, and I mean, again, to control people, you want to keep them down, keep them stupid, whatever, believing things they don't. So yeah, if you're like fed all this misinformation, that's all you believe, then you're not going to believe. It's hard to get people back on track to believe the real truth. And again, everybody has their favorite conspiracy, like JFK. I just read that on every book, and I used to watch every kind of documentary and who's the assassin, this, that, and there's some crazy shit about Oswald and Ruby. Even the dude that took the films, Zapruder or whatever he's all, I mean, if you look at the very beginning when it happened, and this is in like the Warren Report and all these books, when they assassinated JFK, they were looking for FBI and whoever, and then the Zapruder guy shows up like, hey, I got this pristine, just happened to be in the right. So you take him in, actually, I think they even arrested him and took him in, they didn't know what's going on. So you got to like interview people. So he demanded to see, and I'm not going to say, you can look this up. I don't want to say certain, but he demanded to see this certain person. Like, I need to see it. So they're like, okay, by law, we got to let him. So he meets with this person. And then like a day or two later, when Jack Ruby shoots Oswald, they take him to the ground and arrest him, whatever. They put him in the cell, whatever. He wants to see the same dude. I got to see this one. And even the cops, they're like, wait a minute, what are the odds of, when you're a cop, there ain't no coincidences certain time in certain crimes. Like that's a tell, like coincidence. Nah. And they had to they let him, see this person. And what are the odds of that? The same guy, Zapruder and Ruby, would come on, no, get back. would want to see the same person. In Oswald, when he was like found, like I found him, his ID, he had an Alex Heidel ID, and then when they went back to his little rent a room he was at, the strangest thing was he had a spy. Remember those little spy cameras that are a little small? They were expensive back then. He had one of those. How the fuck is he's working at? I think Oswald was exactly what he said he was. He said he was a patsy. They set him up. I mean, I don't think he even fired a gun. I think that something else was going on. But to do after going through and reading about this and that and how certain things operate, like that's what you do. That's what the mob does. You do a diversion. And matter of fact, you might have a couple assassin squads that don't know about each other. Some of them might even, because there's teams, there's a spotter, there's this, that, you're just handed a rifle and, there might be blanks in one of them or the gun's or one guy's, because a governor was shot too, the Texas governor. So maybe they had a team to, assassinate that guy. They didn't know about the other one, blah, blah, who knows? But something isn't right, man. No one's ever been able to repeat what Oswald did with that shitty rifle he had. Within the 7 seconds, he pulled off like 3 because it's a bolt action. You got it. There ain't none, Sharpshooters are still trying to do it. They're still, I'll get it. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe, maybe I'm crazy. But a lot of people won't even shift their mind to think that there might be something besides what they're read in the newspaper or told or online. Now it's online, I think everything is, And I love how people like then they have to shift the narrative and they just keep it's like, dude, come on. Actually, granted I'm getting older, but people are more they can form, man. People are just like, okay, just as long as I got my shitty job and I can watch my UFC fights and drink my whatever it is, and it's kind of sad, man. Matter of fact, I remember people talking more about conspiracies and stuff. Now you just kind of like get laughed out of the room. And quite honestly, I mean, I have an open mind, and I used to read a lot more than I do now. I have eye problems since 2013. I'm supposed to wear glasses, and I do, but more I wear my glasses, the more I need them, and I don't like. I don't like how I look. But I used to read almost every day. I would read like just books, not online. And now I read more online. It's easier for me to read on my laptop. But there are think tanks and military, contracting groups that's what they do. They come up with disinformation to debunk, the best disinformation is the truth with a little lie. Give them a little bit of it, then mix it with some kind of lie, and it's hard to figure that out. And again, everything comes. People realize what's going on. It might take a long while, and they know that too. They're like, well, let's seal it for 150 years. Like they're always sealing stuff too. They just did when we were locked down. They tried to seal the information about it for like 75 years. Why? Everybody will be dead by then. Why do we have to seal? Like we're supposed to live in a free country and we got all this. Come on. But there is more mysterious shit out there. And again, a lot of people don't want to deal. I get it. You work a job. You got 4 kids. You got a wife. It is too busy. You just want to go home, play a video game or something. Yeah. But still, that doesn't mean it's not true. And then on the other hand, there's people. Again, there's like people that are. They don't believe any kind of. But then again, there's other people that will believe any conspiracy. Like they just believe all of it. But there's things that I've seen and witnessed, and my dogs. A couple times I've been with my dogs where they saw it too. Matter of fact, that's how I saw it. They were reacting, and I look up and I see. I don't want to talk about. It's like, people. Again, you might tell your closest friends, or then they're kind of okay. Because I've seen a bunch of weird shit. And again, maybe I'm out walking my dog. Maybe it's, but I've seen some crazy shit. I mean, a lot of stuff I don't like to talk. I saw this. I didn't want to because it's stupid, but I saw it. I saw that my dogs reacted to it. I look up, there it is. And we just take off like, man, fuck this. And I thought, man, what did I just see? I ain't going to tell anybody that this is crazy. I've never even heard of these things. Because I thought I was hip on everything. No. So I go to Google. This is about like 10 years ago. No, maybe 10. I start typing in what I thought it was. Well, the thing was kind of this, it took, and I almost gave up. And I finally did a, search for these words. And there was videos of this thing. And then in the national forest in like California, there's like wooden statues of these things that like people, I guess Native Americans have been seeing them forever. It looks so stupid and fake, but there they are. I saw the video. I saw this thing, and you're just like, why in the hell? Is it because I am more perceptive? I am more like, some people are really aware of what's going on around them. I get it. Sometimes you just don't. You want to be like just kind of put your head down but maybe that's it. Like again, I've been out with people and friends, and then something happens and you see it, and maybe out of 10 people, 3 people saw it. The others, no, you didn't see anything. Well, yeah, we saw it. Maybe they're not aware. I don't know. But some of the major conspiracies, I think, have some truth to it. I know we're not being told the truth about a lot of things. Um, I can feel it. I just know in my gut, like, man, somebody. I know when I'm being lied to. I know when there's bullshit. That frustrates me when I'm like, dude, they're lying. How do you know they're lying? You can't tell they're lying. Oh, they're great. Turns out they're lying. Whoa, you're right. Yeah, because my spidey sense is. I mean, sometimes I wish I didn't because fuck. Again, everybody embellishes. That's another thing. Like everybody, they're not lying. There's embellishing. People want to. I do it too. I mean, more than likely, though, a lot of this is true. Even the guys that supposedly went to the moon, the ones that are alive, like Neil Armstrong, he's kind of changing his story. Like he was on Jimmy Kimmel going, "Oh no, what you saw was a reenactment of." He's saying they didn't even go because he's trying to, and just I think flat earthers are dumb. I'm not a flat earther. I think you think it's a flat thing floating out. You fall off. I mean, come on. I mean, you look in the sky, the moon's round, every other planet is circular. I mean, why wouldn't we? Oh, the moon's not real. Okay. Mysterious world. But yeah, I don't know if we went to the moon. I don't know. Again, why wouldn't we go back? Why have they destroyed all the records and the data on the moon? Huh? Again, I'm not a flat earther, but still, like, why wouldn't there be a company, Elon Musk, they'd be going, people paying money to go, I got a condo on the moon. McDonald's on the moon. I mean, come on. 7-Eleven, McDonald's, Starbucks, it'd be on. And just to think about it, the technology they had in 1969, come on, man. They were using like calculator. Maybe they were smarter back then. Maybe they say, hey, the greatest generation. Maybe they did. Maybe, I just think something's fishy with them. I think something's fishy with the JFK thing. I think there are like unidentified flying shit around. I've seen this shit. I've seen lights. I've seen craft. I've seen all this stuff. Never saw Bigfoot, so I don't know about that, but I know the Native Americans, and every country has a different name for it. I mean, I did a podcast about this. I guess it's called a dog man. I saw the stupidest, fakest looking thing, but it had a huge head. I mean, I saw it. Other people saw it too. This one lady was filming with her phone. And again, my dogs reacted to it, and I looked up, and we were in LA. This is in front of like a junior high. I mean, there's people out. They're in the woods. They're in the, I saw it. It was there for a minute, and bam, gone. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Again, I've seen ghosts. I've seen apparition, shadow, whatever the hell. I've seen an image of me, like a glowing hologram of myself from the night before wearing a Doors shirt. I mean, how stupid is that, man? It's embarrassing me. It's embarrassing to talk about it, man. Like, I don't want to. He's done lost his, because I think that way. I hear people. I mean, I hear people out these. They're going to be crazy. But then again, I've talked to like my grandfather's old friends, and they're all passed now, but like powerful people who believed the same shit. I Matter of fact, the town I'm living in now in Illinois, back I think in the 50s, my grandfather had a store in St. Louis, and he would come to these towns in Illinois and buy antiques. He was an antique dealer. That's how I know about this town. That's how we lived in the 80s. I lived here when I lived with my mom and my sister. We lived here. And he knew about matter of fact, I used to live in Champaign, Urbana. That's when I lived with my mother and my sister too. And the reason we knew about Champaign, my grandfather had been going there since like the 50s buying antiques. He was not, hey, he would say about like, oh, those rich farmers and those rich, U of I used to buy their antique, so that's how we ended up. In fact, why I moved back, because I knew about this area. I'd lived here before and it's cheap. So, hey. But he would talk about like the town I'm in now. I remember he's like, oh, we got to buy out an estate. You go out there and you bid on it. You just pull everything out. You bring your trucks. It's like an hour and a half from St. Louis, get your crew it was haunted. Like the people are like, look, we ain't going in there. We're going to warn you. This is kind of why you're getting all this stuff cheap, but you got to get in and out, He's like, yeah, what the, he said, dude, there was some crazy shit, voices, things getting thrown, he said he made a fortune though. Oh, it's worth it. But then he's like, don't tell anybody. And I think people see things that they just want to, again, I get it, man. You don't want to tell anybody. You don't want to tell your wife, your mother, none of that. Like, I'll just keep this to myself. I don't want to talk about this paranormal, But people need to look more into, have an open mind. And I get it. With the Bigfoot, you think we'd have a body, a skeleton, whatever, something. Of course, there's every kind of weird Bigfoot video. There's some of them are so stupid. Most of them are like a blob squat. You're not even, like, or dude in a suit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But keep an open mind. I know I do. And I bet, honestly, they probably hide stuff from us just because they're like, look, man, we can't have the public freaking out, Yeah, I get that too. Maybe they're, I was watching Joe Rogan and he was interviewing Bob Lazar. And Bob Lazar was a scientist who basically exposed Area 51. And he said every Wednesday night they fly these and they film these lights, whatever. So he was on Joe Rogan and he's talking about these. He saw like 3 craft like in the hangars when he was working there. And they were like trying to get the things to work. I don't know. And he said there were archaeological finds. Like one of them had crashed and they recovered, but the rest of them they had, some were small, some were big, were archaeological finds. Meaning they were digging up and they dug them up. Like they found these things. Looking for a mummy and like, what? Hit metal. That's some unit. What the? I don't know. Maybe he's full of shit. I mean, but they went after him. He's probably still in hiding to this day. Like, oh. Then I don't blame him. But maybe sometimes to talk, if you speak up, maybe that's what saved him. Like that's gonna. I know at Area 51 or whatever, Groom Lake, whatever they call it, like it is, they will shoot you if you, and they got ground sensors and heartbeat. Well, yeah, you're not gonna be crawling with a bush taped to your back or whatever, like doing all secret at night. No, thermal imaging. They're gonna. And I forgot the name of the security company that they're military contractors, and they. They're not even really the Army or anything. They're contracted out of Texas or something. They will, and the signs say, I forgot how they worded it, but basically saying we got a license to kill, we'll kill you. I mean, granted, if you just pass the gate or whatever, or walk in, I'm sure they wouldn't. They'd come in to tell you to leave or arrest you or whatever. But if you get kind of deep in there, try to fly a plane or helicopter, I'm sure that they would, yeah. So yeah, there are. Why is that so secret? I mean, again, we have to keep secrets, but what are they? I've heard now with the technology kind of just like kind of spinning out of control that some of it you have because you don't want to get in the wrong hands, or government, whatever. So it becomes national security. Like, hey, I invented this water power. Nah, we can't. We can't because they could make a bomb. I get that too. Like certain things you just can't. I invented a time machine. Well, we don't want people to. And again, I think that there are crazier shit probably we don't know about. And if Bob Lazar is right, and it is an archaeological find, maybe there was. People talk about advanced, older advanced civilization. I mean, Atlantis was supposed to be called. In India, they literally have what's called vimanas, like flying houses. They talk about like it's real. Like to them, that was like, oh yeah. Are they all wrong? Is it all like were they doing peyote or something? And certain things that are built on Earth, we can't, like the pyramid. Good, yeah, try building one of those. They don't even know how, huh? And they're all over in Mexico and Egypt and everywhere. Bosnia. I mean, matter of fact, the biggest pyramid actually is in Cahokia, Illinois, like right across from St. Louis. It's a mound. It's made out of dirt. This fucking thing's huge, but it's been washed over by water. Maybe the Mississippi shifted one day. Everything's been dead. I mean, but the base is bigger than the Great Pyramid. I've climbed it a few times. It's so hot when you're up there. There's a lightning rod on it, so you don't. It's tough getting up there. You think, I'll climb that. You're halfway. They actually have like a little area, like a flat with like benches. So you can like get your breath, and it isn't safe. There's no railings. It's just like wood planks and dirt. Like it. Maybe they've changed it, but So what the hell is going on? What are these conspiracy? Who? You tell me. But I have an open mind, and I think that there are things we don't know about. I think there's things hiding in plain sight that we would just, if we, like, oh yeah. I mean, people need to be reinsured by either the news or the internet or TV and I get that too. But you got to keep an open mind. There's the mysterious world we live in. So, what's your favorite conspiracy theory, or do you have one? Are you a debunker? Because I debunk too. See, I'm kind of on the fence with certain things. I don't want. But look, I love y'all. I'm gonna end this. Enjoy my rainy day. Go back and. I love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.